changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrifice the time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself in this coupe, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I get the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys UnCut.
Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight repping for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. So one team over here is Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC, yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? And listen, West Coast will be in momentarily, but in the meantime, we had. Hold on, wait. What you doing? What you doing, man? You know what has to happen, man.
Go ahead.
This is actually in landlord's contract at this point that he has to get degraded at the beginning of each show before we can continue.
That's crazy.
It is what it is. He signed it, and you know because he is evil, he signed it in blood. So it's a binding vow. It's a binding vow that he must, maintain or else. So we have the most diabolical, evil, demented.
Simmer down.
Hold on. I'm thinking of better words. Dastardly, devilish, conniving, backbiting, backsliding individual on the planet.
So crazy.
And like he was trying to do better, and then he got moved.
He fell right back in it.
He couldn't help himself, man. He just couldn't help himself.
Well, as Henny introductions always is terrible. Shout out to everybody, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to HTM, man. West Coast.
We can hear
Let's do this.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
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 So, landlord, you just gonna be one of them type of niggas today. Okay.
I don't know about that. Well, let me know who say that. Let me know who say that.
Can you hear me, landlord?
Not for real. I'm just talking. I can hear you.
Niggas ain't shit.
15 times. Can we hear?
I thought we were making a song. My bad.
Hey,
Nah, cause Henny like jazz.
he said I like jazz. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, it sound like my
See
dad.
the other version. Now he ain't got the glasses on.
Henny show sound like my dad getting dressed.
When HTM ain't got the glasses on, he is now Henry.
That's what
He's a
his show
professional.
sounds like. His show sounds like my dad in the bathroom getting dressed. 'Cause this is exactly what my dad be listening to. And then he'll hit you with one of these right here.
When HTM ain't got the glasses on, he is just a straight up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he a young man. Hey, listen, he the youngest dude on this show. He the youngest dude on this show with he the youngest dude on this show with the oldest soul. And then Henny, then my guy Trap Boy Atlanta, Alabama up here.
That boy Alabama's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got West Coast. We all going through midlife crisis right now. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that the Dallas Cowboys can do the same. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was a young boy, like 12, 13 years old, like my son's age, man, what a time it was to be a Dallas Cowboy, bro. Hey, turn me down just a little bit. What a time it was to be a Dallas Cowboy, man. I remember, like, bro, like, I sit back and I think, damn, what it would be like to be like a Chiefs fan right now. F the Eagles. I know they won the Super Bowl this year, but nobody cares about them. But what does it feel like to be a Chiefs fan, right? You 13, 14 years old, the last 6-7 years, you're always competing for a Super Bowl. Then I thought about myself, you know what? That's how my childhood was. My childhood was filled with my favorite team always competing with something. Always competing for something. Like the Cowboys, like if you look at my Cowboys childhood from my Cowboys childhood, versus the childhood of my kids, bruh, it's like night and day, bruh.
Completely different.
It's like night and day, bruh. Like when I was a kid, like playoffs was just like, oh, we go to the playoffs. Super Bowl, what are you talking about? But we was playing our Super Bowl party the year before that. Hey, man, I see you next year to see the Super Bowl party, dog. All right, man, I see you next year. Pound it up. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy in these streets, and you know who gets most of the credit for it, man? Most of the credit for the negative success, man. One Dak Let It Rain Prescott, man. I'm gonna tell you this right here, Henny. I know you probably had a show planned, but I want to get this off my heart, man. I did something that I don't really do, and I kind of regret it now. You know what that is?
What's that?
I gave some young bloggers the opportunity to win my ear, and they pissed me off, dog.
Damn.
I'm gonna just say, if you bored and you want to be pissed off, go to YouTube, type in Dallas Cowboys, go to the very, very bottom, because you go to the top, you're gonna have West Coast Law, you're gonna have Landlord, HTM, Boss Cowboy, CFO Gang, my boy Rome, Skywalker Steel, Law Nation. You gonna get all them dudes. I need you to scroll to the Mark Holmes, scroll to the bottom. And get them starter-ups.
Some startups.
It's crazy in these Cowboy streets. That's all I'm going to say, man.
Man, listen. I had to tell a nigga the other day, like, I just don't respect you, and I can't let you on my show.
Wow.
And it was JB the Cowboy fan. Like I said his name
That's
on the show
what I'm
last
talking
time.
about.
Yeah, like you build your entire, you a grifter. You build your entire platform off of hating on another successful black man. So I can't fuck with you. Don't like you either. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like that. So you know.
Hey, well, listen to me. I have gotten. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? I got into the game. My mindset was I wanted to have as many content creators, because listen to me. If everybody is contenting and everybody's putting their content out, then guess what? You have more exposure to things. More money's gonna make. Everybody's gonna make more money. This is the only thing I will say. I believe everybody is entitled to their own microphone. Everybody is entitled to their mic.
They shouldn't be.
They should be. But everybody. No. I'm gonna give you the caveat. I'm gonna give you the caveat when I say this. Everybody can buy their mic. We just say, oh, can't talk about the same shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can all get on this microphone and talk about something, but not all of us can get on here and start talking about X's and O's, bro. And like, I'm just being real with you. Like, I think that's the biggest thing that a young content creator can do is understand where you are in this big old sphere. Because a lot of dudes get in this sphere and they think since they've been in barbershop, Robbie getting my hair cut every year for all my life, and I get a cut every week. So that means at least once a week I'm talking cowboy talk, and I'm the smartest dude in my barbershop. Okay, That does not give you an entitlement to get on here and start talking about stuff that is just straight foolishness, man.
Do you want better though? Like, far as the young content creators, man, I say this. Like, the biggest thing I tell somebody that's just starting up, especially getting into this space, you gotta respect the work, bro. Like, don't think this shit is just
the hustle.
Not as easy as y'all think it might be. Like, this, it comes with a whole level of respect. When you really start doing this day in and day out, you look at the other content creators, you like, man, damn, I know how hard it is for me to do this. So for him to be doing what he doing, you can't help but have respect in most of them other for the other content creators and stuff. So I mean, I think the best thing is to be humble when you get into this space and right to just take this shit serious. That's the only way you can actually, you know, do good in it. If you don't respect it, you're gonna make crap content. That's what you're gonna do.
My advice is gonna be this: educate your damn self, man. If you don't know what a cover 3 is, how to attack it, what it's good against, and all this other stuff, don't jump your ass online and make stuff up, because then you got folks that listen to you and believe in you, and you got them confused out this motherfucker. You're going to have people, you're going to have the blind leading the blind. If you don't know about something, it's okay to say, hey, I'm not that educated on it, let me learn something about it. And, you know, it's just what it is, man. My football knowledge is night and day from when I started. There's a lot of things. I was casual about a lot of things before I actually started making content, man. I can tell you about play concepts now. I can tell you about defensive coverages. I can tell you about gap schemes, all the other stuff, because I educated myself and I took the time.
Because what a lot of people don't know is, like, you can play football, but you might only know your position.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I played wide receiver, so my expertise was solely about wide receiver for real. Like, even though I coached a little bit with Little League, you still don't really know everything you need to know. Like, if you think you know everything you need to know, you need to learn more. Like, if you ever get to that point, you tripping and you need to read some more, because that's just how it is, man. You can find old coaches, they learning about how to deal with the modern people and the modern kids, and it's always something to learn, bro. It's always something to learn.
Yeah, and you know, this is what people also got to understand is this. Like, there are two different things in this life that you have to measure. You can measure your cowboy. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. My mom can name you every cowboy from such and such and such and such, bro. Like, she got her Everson Wells. She could tell you the DeMarcus Wares. My mom can she could tell you a whole bunch of stuff, man. But if you ask my mom what cover 2 is, there's no clue. And I'm going to tell you this, nor does she even want to know what that is. You know what I mean? Why? Because that's what she has her son for. I asked him, you know what I mean? But it's like, one thing my mom doesn't try to do is she doesn't try to replace her cowboy information for football knowledge. Like, that's two totally different things. Just because you can name every quarterback that's ever played for the Cowboys does not mean that you know what cover 2 means. That does not mean that. And I'm going to also let you guys on a secret. Just because you've liked a thing forever, listen to me, Sprite, my favorite soda, loved it for 42 years. I couldn't tell you how it's made. Couldn't tell you.
The first thing.
I don't know the first.
It's as strong as a mug.
Yeah, I don't know what the first thing is. I don't even know. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It's healthy. It's a bad drink that's healthy. It'll get all the indigestion out of you. You got to burp, anything like that.
Right.
Stomach. It's a drink and a medicine at the same time.
It's an elixir at this point.
Yeah, so it's like, and I love it, but it's like, I don't know what's in it. I would be foolish to think that since I've been drinking Sprite, listen to me, I'm going to tell you even crazier one. I would be foolish to think that all the Mexican food that I eat, that I know Spanish. What are you talking about, bro? Yeah. They get mad at me just like they get mad at you when you ask for cheese and we don't know how to say it in Spanish.
Sprite is made to kill you, but it help you out in some different areas too before you go.
Yeah, for sure.
But hey, man.
Sprite is an example of doing a little good to get doing a little bad to get a little good. I love Sprite. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yeah. I know it's bad for you, but I love it. I love it the way it makes me feel after. Sprite is like happiness in a bottle. It is, man. Dr. Pepper, if you ain't had a Dr. Pepper in like 6 months, that's the same thing too. Dr. Pepper like crack if you ain't had it in like 6 months.
I'm gonna
man.
say this, and then we gonna talk about football.
What you had to say?
Listen, I don't know if it was just me, but it was something about my mama Pepsi, like her Pepsi in particular.
Hutch Pepsi.
Like, I don't know why her shit was so much better than that.
All right, what Ludacris say? Woman, what's in that glass,
Listen,
mama?
I don't know what
what's
mama had in that Pepsi, but I'm telling you straight up, it used to always be cold. It used to be ice cold, bro. And
Now,
then
I'm gonna tell you this:
get
if it
some
was
of that, you
Coca-Cola,
like, ooh, you don't even like that flavor. You don't even like Pepsi. But when you taste your mama's, boy, please, I'm finna
or,
take
hey,
this.
or you got
Nah,
that,
nah.
or you got that Coca-Cola that's always flat that you can't drink out of. Why it smell funny? Like, you can't drink that.
But yeah, man.
Why it's
Let's
flat
get on
like that?
these good old Cowboys, man. We sorry, y'all. Y'all
Nah,
know
listen, y'all, they
it's the
came
off
for the
season, man.
they
It's the
came
off
for the
season.
show too. They came for that too.
It's the
Man.
off
They
season.
Hey,
know
listen,
us.
hey, listen to me. We're talking about content right now. Listen, I did a show this morning. Honestly, on a reaction. Not even, and listen to me. And not even to make the JB Cowboy fan famous or nothing like that. But salute to anybody that's making consistent content, because the dude do make consistent content.
It's bullshit though.
But it just reminded me of where people start and where you come from. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I hope with JB is as he do more content and as the Cowboys show him what real life is, that his content will grow as that. You know what I'm saying? But I know he put out a video that irritated the hell out of me talking about some freaking Dak Prescott was faking his injury last year. I'm like, oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Who he did?
Yes, he
Yes.
did. That's why I said I never could. I told Tuck, he called in the Tuck show and said that fuckery. So I told Tuck, you were a much more mature person than I am. I would never allow, such debauchery, on my show. Because I cuss people out. I cussed people out for 2 hours yesterday.
You cuss people out a lot too.
I do, and I
And
love
then
it.
go to church the next day.
I might give you the nefarious one, that because you more nefarious than me these days. I remember Miss Regina used to blame me in West Coast. It's just him, Miss Regina. It's not us. It's just him. It's just who he is.
And this whole time, people thought we was the bad influence.
Yeah, they
No,
thought it was us, and it was him the whole time.
Positively influenced this young man. You know what I'm saying? He
See, I ain't even know about. I be seeing him comment places, but I ain't know he had a show. But
yeah, it's better to forget that he do.
let's talk about some real football then. Let's do that.
All right, so listen, this is a JB ass question because we're gonna talk about Dak Prescott. We're gonna discuss Dak Prescott, and we're gonna discuss Brian Schottenheimer, and we're gonna discuss Matt Eberflus. That's why this shit is called The Last Ride, because I'm gonna frame it like this, dog. Dak Prescott turns 32 next month. By the end of his contract, he'll be 36 years old. Troy Aikman retired when he was 34. Tony Romo retired when he was 36. So my question to you, and I'm just going to throw this out there. It's a two-part question. One, is this the last 4 years of Dak Prescott with the Dallas Cowboys? Is this the last hurrah? And if you think he can still play after he reached 36, what would he have to have done during the lifetime of this contract to be back in Dallas?
God damn, that's a hell of a question. Shit.
He'll have to. I say no.
Yeah.
I think this is last hurrah. This contract right here gonna determine how Dak Prescott is perceived as far as Dallas go. We already know he got a weird reputation right now. He done everything but win the Super Bowl and the playoff success, but everything individually, he's been that type of guy. But I'm telling you right now, if he don't do it after this year, they're not signing him again. That's dead. Like, and then he's 32. 4 years from now, he'll be close to 36 or knocking on 37. If we ain't got a championship or at least a deep playoff run, like an NFC championship, and we barely lost out of them 4 years, it's a wrap for Dak, bro. I'm sorry. I don't see no way you can re-sign Dak after you give him 4 more years. And I know it ain't all about him. He ain't did everything. That ain't the case. I mean, that ain't really the subject right now. It's about, are they feeling like they reaching their maximum potential with him as a quarterback? And if you give him 4 more years, if we ain't seen it, I wouldn't be mad at nobody if we say it's time to move on. I just wouldn't.
West Coast.
I say it like this. There's a couple factors. I can see I could see this being his last contract in Dallas for not necessarily the reasons of him winning a Super Bowl or not winning a Super Bowl. It's just the fact of the Cowboys. They don't want to negotiate with Tom. They don't want to do this. Go through that whole hoorah again with him, with his attorney. I mean, with his agent. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: success is only gonna make it harder. Like you've barely gotten contracts with Dak Prescott without having these successful things that you said he needed. So imagine, and Dak has gotten everything he's ever wanted without even without having a Super Bowl or anything large, deep run. So it's like if he's getting that without having a large, deep run, if he gets that, bro, what is he talking about, bro? He's gonna be bending. Man, the Cowboys ain't gonna be able to afford Dak. They can barely afford him now, and he ain't got no Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? If Dak gets
up for JBB, boy.
If Dak gets some success, it's only going to make his price even more higher. And I'm going to tell you this right here. Quarterbacks are playing longer. You know what I'm saying? They're playing longer. If you notice at the quarterback position, Joe Flacco is still playing. You know what I'm saying? They are still playing. The reason being is because a lot of teams would rather give you an older veteran who you can get for cheap than a new guy that you got to pay top dollar and you still don't even know if he's going to be good or not. You know what I'm saying? So Dak Prescott, as long as I put it to you like this, if Dak is still making like $50 million a year on his final year of his contract, then yes, there's going to be a team that's going to want him for sure. He's going to be in the league somewhere. Russell Wilson's still out there. Justin Fields is still out there.
Aaron Rodgers is 40-something.
Yeah, so that and you gotta think like this. And you gotta think like this. Outside of the Super Bowls, bruh, I know that's like a hard thing to take away. But if you take out the Super Bowl, bruh, you throw Dak out there in them same bowls, most teams are gonna go get Dak Prescott.
Yeah, and I'll go last. I agree that this is probably the last contract with Dak Prescott. Win, lose, or draw, because
facts.
The way that y'all paint it, like if he wins the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, at 36 years old, a family, and he'll by then he'll be the Dallas Cowboys all-time leading passer. He'll be the Dallas Cowboys all-time leader in passing touchdowns. If he does have a Super Bowl by the time he's 36 years old, he might call it a career. You know, that's one thing to look at. He might just play out that last contract and ride off to the sunset with that bag. Secondly, let's say that he doesn't win a Super Bowl. But what if he's the league MVP? What if they keep this core of weapons around him, and he goes out here and he wins the MVP, or he wins Offensive Player of the Year, or he makes a couple of All-Pro teams, right? It's not that they wouldn't still want him, like you stated. It'd just be the fact at that point we done tried everything. He might even want to change the scenery by then. You know what I mean? So
go ahead.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it to you like this, man. Like, I love Dak Prescott. It's about time, though, that we really look and invest in the quarterback position. Because, you know,
the dude be getting hurt and be out for. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you
hold on.
If he get hurt this year,
the injury. Listen to me. You don't off of the injury alone. Like, you ain't even gotta attack his stacks. You ain't gotta attack. Like, bro, the only flaw that Dak has is the injury. That's it, man. Because when the boy is on, he's 16 games, brother. If Dak plays 16 games, he's gonna be a top 3 quarterback. Like him or not.
That's what he did. That's what he did.
That's what he does, bro.
That's what he did the last time he was fully healthy in Dallas. A QBR, second highest in the league. Quarterback rating, second highest in the league. Total win probability added, highest in the league. Total EPA, highest. EPA per play, second highest. Passing touchdowns
really trying to get. Why? My question is this. Better question. Why are we rushing to get rid of him?
It's not rushing to get rid of Dak Prescott. We aren't. We just talking about the timeline.
I understand the timeline, but it's like, man, if you look at these, I'm gonna tell you who's in a way worse situation than us. Kansas City Chiefs. What do they have behind Patrick Mahomes? Bro, everybody's in the same situation. Everybody is hanging all their success off that dude throwing the football. I'm not trying. And think about what we really need to look about is this. Look at the transition guys. The only teams who have made successful transitions at the quarterback position, and ain't even free agency. I'm gonna tell you who it is. Green Bay Packers. Because they draft a first-round pick quarterback while they got a franchise quarterback. Everybody else, you know what they try to do? Trade for a guy, and guess what? Russell Wilson showed you that don't always work either.
Same things Philly did. They drafted a second-round quarterback while Carson was good.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. So if you want to replace Dak, Give me a first-round pick because you're not going to replace him with some dude from the 5th round, bro. I don't give a damn if you listen to me. Dak was found in the 4th round, but he wasn't really a 4th-round pick. It's like going to Ross. Every now and then you go to Ross, and you know what happens? Nike accidentally puts a pair of shoes in a box, and you open them up, and some Jordan 11 retros. What the fuck? How did these get here? Because they made a mistake. Does that mean they're going to have a bunch of Jordan retros in your side? No, they're not. And you know what they're called? They're called Ross Hunters. They literally have an Instagram page of all these crazy stuff that they find at Ross because it gets mislabeled.
All right, let's do this exercise real quick. Then we can move
go to
on.
Ross telling I'm about to go get the new Concord 11. It's not going to work that way.
What's the exercise?
All right, with Dak 4 years, right? I want y'all to paint me a picture of that 4 years, which allows him to continue being a Cowboy afterwards, and give me that 4-year description of him having to leave early. Like, what would have to go? What would have to be?
Look,
and that was 2 years then. You know what I'm saying?
The only way Dak is leaving here on that contract he's on is if he has a Kelvin Joseph situation. That's it. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, he gonna have a second one because the Cowboys showed you that you can actually kill one person.
Hey man,
they brought Kelvin Joseph in the room. Are you sure it was just one nigga?
You sure it was just one?
You sure? Tell me the truth right now.
Okay. You gotta go.
All right.
I can't stand with you. I can't deal with you.
You see, he caught a second body off the team. You know, that's why he he had still been in Dallas. You know, like that. Like, hey, that rug over there, it got swept under it.
Yeah. my boy JB2 said, "Man, I found some Black Cat 3s in Ross." I bet you did. But was the left shoe and the right shoe? Because you know at Ross you got to be careful, man.
Hey, he came up if he found that. I'm thinking about $100.
My thing is this though. JB2 found some Black Cats, an exclusive Jordan at Ross, right? Mm-hmm. I want to know, should I expect to go down to my Ross and find a pair in my Ross?
Hell nah.
Hell no.
You better pray about it.
So you know what?
You might can go to your Foot Locker and not find it.
You can go to Foot Locker and not even find it, right? So then think about this, right? So what we're saying is you had a once in an opportunity. Somebody made a mistake and put him in that. Guess what? The people who did the draft analysis, they made a mistake and put Dak in the 4th round, obviously. Obviously. That was a mistake. So my question is this. Do you then go to yourself and say, hey, we can go do it again? No.
You already listen, the Dallas Cowboys already got lucky like that because Tony Romo was an undrafted free agent. You don't just keep finding quarterbacks like that. It don't happen. Because when you look at the quarterbacks, and all the people that say all the quarterbacks are supposedly better than Dak Prescott, they had to spend a first-round pick for Josh Allen. They had to spend a first-round pick for Lamar Jackson. They spent a first-round pick for Patrick Mahomes. They spent a first-round pick. When Deshaun Watson was still getting massages, he was that dude. So they spent a first-round pick for him.
Jalen Hurts was a second-round pick.
Second-round pick.
But I'm just saying, he was still top 60 pick, bro.
Yeah, really like a top 50 pick. What? Right? Top 50, top 40? Like he was a high second-round pick. Like, they were terrible.
And then, fellas, think about this. For all y'all folks that want to get rid of Dak, think about this. When we trade for quarterbacks, we go get someone's 3rd-string quarterback. And when we draft quarterbacks, we draft dudes that went to, where did Ben DiNucci go?
Oh, I know this one.
Where did Garrett Gilbert go?
Where did Garrett Gilbert go? I think. Oh, Ben DiNucci went to James Madison. the great and mighty James Madison.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you want to trust this. You want to trust this organization to go get another. Bro, like.
Do you remember when Jerry Jones told you that he was in love with old boy from TCU, and he ended up going to the UFL, and he was playing in the UFL in the playoffs and got benched.
Bro, think about this.
And that was the guy they said was gonna take Dak Prescott job.
Hey, Henny, think about this. Think about the Cowboys, the quarterbacks that the Cowboys have been rumored to want. They wanted the boy from Memphis who is not in the league anymore. Mm-hmm. And then, hey, this is my dog.
Paxton Lynch, right?
Paxton Lynch. And I'm going to use him as an example, but, hey, you my nigga. You know what I'm saying? My boy Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel flat out said he was going to die. The level of addiction that he had, he said if he came to Dallas, he was going to die. And then, What was the boy I'm just telling you about? What was his name? The play the TCU. Landlord. What was that boy name?
Who?
They played
Hey,
at TCU.
Quincy Carter was probably the best
Who?
draft pick
Max
since
Duggan.
Thank you, Max Duggan.
Yeah,
That
hey,
motherfucker sound like a wrestler, don't it?
hey, he's been in the league 2 years now. Where is he?
Hold on, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's where
Max-
we get that from.
Max
Hacksaw
Duggan?
Jim Duggan.
I just told you he was in the UFL getting benched.
What?
He was in the UFL getting benched.
And they came out publicly and said, we like Max Duggan. Y'all better be careful.
Yeah.
But now, I wanted us to finish
Max
that.
Duggan's in the he's
Hold on.
UFL
I'm
getting
painting
benched?
out the game. We got to finish it.
The game. Let's finish the game. Let's finish the game real quick.
Just paint out a 4-year scenario to where Dak get another contract. Let's just start there.
So we can start this year. All right. So Dak Prescott takes Dallas Cowboys to the playoffs. Wins a playoff game. First year under Brian Schottenheimer. You're building in the right direction, right? Year
One
2.
playoff game.
This year 1. We talk about the 4-year stretch.
Okay.
Year 2. Dallas Cowboys go to at least an NFC Championship game, maybe the Super Bowl.
Bruh, so basically
have to-
we're going to the first. We're losing in the first round next year. Fans are not going to be happy. You can't.
This year, you got to lose in the first round this year.
So you mean this? So you mean coming off? So waiting for Dak to come back from an injury, you're gonna come back, have a successful season, and lose in the first round again? No, that's not gonna be.
No, lose in the second round. The second round,
No.
you got to win. You
Yeah,
got to
he
win the
won
playoff
one game. He won one game.
Yeah, you won one game, and then you will have to go to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl the next year. Like how many first? Listen, we doing realistic shit. How many first year head coaches win Super Bowls?
None.
Not named Barry Switzer, because that shit don't count.
Yeah, I'm about to say not none.
That shit
in
don't
the last UWAP, none.
Because you got to build a team, and if the team good enough, more than likely the coach is not going nowhere.
Yeah,
so why would he?
And
Barry Switzer only got that team because Jimmy got fired on some BS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Jimmy
that's my
listen to
point.
me. If Jimmy if that was a whole nother organization, you know what the owner would have been like? The owner would have said this. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. When I come to work, don't be there. And when you come to work, I won't be there. Thank you. Other than that, I'll see you at the Super Bowl party, motherfucker. What you talking about, fool? Jerry Jones is the only person who fired his best friend because he felt that way.
So what about the third?
And this is his last thing real
Third
quick.
year?
Jerry
Go
Jones
ahead.
said he regretted that too. So you can't even really you can't hold that as success anymore when Jerry Jones said himself that he regretted that. So go ahead.
Third year you're gonna have to get it.
He got to win that bowl.
It's gonna be the bowl. Third year is the bowl.
This what's so crazy about it. I ain't trying to cut you out, but it's like we know that the Super Bowl is not on him solely. But we still on, like, after so many years, we still at the point now, it's like, bro, we got to get this shit done. Like, we can't just keep saying that it ain't just him after a while. Like, I ain't saying it is him, but I'm just saying, if it's not him, okay, maybe we need to find somebody that is him that can overcome whatever that's holding us back.
Yeah, but then my question is this,
I don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what to do.
But my question is this, right? You guys want Dak? I just want to have the thought of someone that's saying they want to get rid of Dak, right? You want to get rid of Dak because he hasn't won you a Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. My question is this, a better question. How many first-year quarterbacks have come into a team and won a Super Bowl? Did Tom Brady do that?
No, it was year 2.
Tom Brady was year 2 in Tampa Bay. There hasn't even been.
Well, year one in Tampa Bay, but that don't count. He was like a 20-year veteran by then.
Brock Purdy almost did it, didn't it?
Brock Purdy remember he got hurt in the championship game, so he didn't even make it to the Super Bowl his first year.
Purdy
But it's like, that's my question, man. Like, you think so? Basically, what you're saying is you're gonna replace Dak with a guy better than him, bro. How is that? Like, listen to what we're saying, everybody.
I think it's not really that. I think it's a combination of the lack of results plus him getting up in age like that. It's like it's gonna come to an end regardless. It's coming to an end.
Yeah.
So you might want to situate your team on the better side of that coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want Dak to crash out in the middle of a game while we done built a good team. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to move on.
Yeah, but my question is this. How much of that good team is good because of him, though?
in the
I'm not
past,
taking. You gotta think. I'm not taking nothing away from that. I'm just saying the situation. It seems like that's gonna be one of the only things you can do because his age and his lack of success far as Super Bowl gonna meet each other.
But see, that's not fair though, man. Because listen to me,
Life
that
ain't
is not
fair,
fair.
though.
Yeah, it ain't me
No.
making these
But
calls.
listen to me. That's the only people that's saying that is Cowboy fans, man. Because there is not enough quarterbacks in the NFL to be judging your success off of winning Super Bowls. Since Dak's been in the league, there's only 4 quarterbacks that have even won the Super Bowl. Tom Brady won most of them. Not Tom Brady. If it wasn't Tom Brady, it was Patrick Mahomes. If it wasn't Patrick Mahomes, it was Jalen Hurts who won one, and then freaking the other boy.
But this ain't what. But
10
this,
years, there's only been 4 different quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl. Man, this shit is really
Wes.
fucking hard.
But Wes, the point is we talk about this current contract. By the time the contract is over, he will be 36 years old. If he has not won by then, they're not going to re-sign him.
This is what I will say. This is what I'll say. They're not going to not sign him based on his success because they didn't sign him based on his success to begin with. So his success is not going to have anything to do with it. What's going to have the main caveat that's going to have to do with Dak Prescott signing a contract is this. Are they able to bend you over and screw you since you are going to believe that you're older and all this other stuff and older quarterbacks shouldn't be making? This is the thing. Players get paid off of their individual. If Dak, my question is this, what if the team don't have no success, but Dak is balling? Dak is balling, bruh. Dak is balling.
I'll still find a way to blame him.
Well, guess what? Congratulations. That's what's happening now.
I'm saying they gonna say the style of play that he playing is what hindered the team to held the team back.
Think about this. There's
falling out.
Statistically, Lamar Jackson, Dak, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes statistically have never had bad seasons. They've had 6 seasons where they didn't meet team success, but Dak ain't never had no. Bro, look at what season would be like, damn, he had a bad season that year.
The only one they would say is this last one. He didn't even finish it.
And then they played 7.5. He played 8 games if you look at this, but he only played 7.5 games.
Matter of fact, when we're talking about Dak, I do want people to realize what happened in the postseason. 2016, 35-yard completion on 3rd and 20 to lose the game allowed by the defense. There was 12 seconds left in the game. Aaron Rodgers escaped the pocket, hit Jared Cook on the sideline for a 35-yard completion. Mason Crosby kicked a 51-yard field goal, and we lost the game 34-31 after Dak Prescott and the offense went crazy in the second half. 2018, Dak Prescott with 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. However, love you, Zeke, 40-something yards on the ground from Zeke, 273 yards allowed by the on 20 attempts, 40-something yards, 273 rushing yards allowed, had 200-yard rushes. It was bad. You know what I'm saying? The defense did not show up. 2021, while Dak Prescott did not have a great game, 2 touchdowns, 1 turnover, 20 pressures were allowed by the offensive line. They also allowed 5 sacks. And what I did not know, the Dallas Cowboys set an NFC record for most penalties in the playoff game, and they also had the 2nd most penalties in NFL history in 2021 for the postseason. I knew we had a lot of penalties. I did not know that it was a record in the sense for the NFC, and it was the 2nd most in NFL history. Tony Pollard in 2022 got hurt. Now, Dak didn't play great. But at the same time, once Tony Pollard went down, you had no semblance of a run game, and shit got out of hand. 2023, the entire team no-show. CeeDee Lamb dropped passes early. Dak Prescott made some bad reads. Defense no-show the entirety of the game. So my point being is, Dak Prescott has not won a Super Bowl, but the team has not did him any favors. Like, just compare what Dak Prescott has done in the postseason. This is him on the right. Compared to Joe Burrow, these are QBRs, and this takes in everything. Passes, rushing, turnover-worthy plays, turnovers, all that. Dak Prescott put up QBRs of 96, 84, 73, 72, 53, 42, and 32. Joe Burrow
had no Chase, had no other what the boy on the other side, Higgins.
Yeah, my point is Joe Burrow ain't never even had a QBR in the 80s before in the postseason, and his team is 5-2 in the postseason. He won 2 games. Just so you understand how QBR works, 50 is average. Anything under 50 is damn near benchable. Anything over 50 is all right. Anything in the 70s is a Pro Bowl caliber performance. Anything in the 80s and up is an All Pro caliber performance. Joe Burrow has played awful in 2 playoff games and they still won them. He never had a game like Dak Prescott did with the 96. He never had the 84. Dak Prescott has lost 2 playoff games with a QBR over 70. You know what I mean? That's why you can't just put everything on Dak Prescott.
That's when you're standing at the podium and they're asking you what happened, why you lost. You know what you do? You start lying. Because you got to say stuff like, we could have. No, what you really need to be saying is them motherfuckers was not doing their goddamn job. I'm going to tell you this, bing, bang, bang, bing, bang, bamboo. That's what you should have been saying. But you know what you really be saying? A bunch of, but you did your job, bro. You did your freaking job. Hey, can I say, because it's a lot of people, we talking about money, right? Mm-hmm. This ain't no game. I just want to see how sharp my guys are, right? Here we go. Listen, I want you to tell me what team this is, right? They have a quarterback making $51 million. They have a receiver, number 1, making $32 million. So let me say everybody first before you say your teams. They have a right tackle. This is all on the offense. They have a right tackle making $25 million.
I know who it is already.
They have a wide receiver, number 2, making $25 million. They have a left tackle making $22 million. They have they show love to the guards too. They have a guard making $21 million. They have a running back making $20 million. And guess what? They have a kicker. They have a tight end. They have a tight end making $10 million. There are 11 positions on their offense. 9 of those positions are making over $10 million, and 8 of those positions are making over $17 million per year on the same offense, on the same jerseys, in the same locker rooms. What team is that?
Philadelphia Eagles.
And they just won a Super Bowl. Listen to me. The money has nothing to do with it. They have 9. Listen to this. Quarterback, extension. Wide receiver, extension. Lane Johnson, right tackle, extension. Devontae Smith, extension. Jordan. This team is going to be together for a long time, bruh. They're about to be Jalen Hurts, 24. A.J. Brown, 26. Lane Johnson's the oldest dude, and he's a right tackle. He's 34. Devontae Smith, 25. Jordan Mailata, 27. Mailata. Landon Dickerson, 25. Saquon Barkley, 28. The center, Cam Jurgens, 25, extension. Dallas Gobert, 30, extension. Bro, this team is going to be together for a minute. And y'all talking about this team is going to be together. Listen to me. I'll tell you this. This team is going to be together for the next, all of Dak's 4 years. So I'm going to tell you this right now. Unless you can tell me a quarterback that's going to give me better opportunity to beat these motherfuckers for the next, because you're going to have to deal with this for the next 4 years. We don't need to be talking about nothing about the Cowboys, bro. You get rid of Dak, you move on from Dak, your ass may not even make the playoffs, bro.
They're gonna be hard anyway.
Now listen to me. Now just put this in perspective to what the Cowboys are paying. Cowboys got a quarterback making $60 million. Got a one receiver making $34 million. You got a right tackle making $16. A guard making $5. So on your offense, you have Dak making $60. Now remember, Jalen Hurts makes $51. It's only a $9 million difference. CeeDee Lamb makes $34. But at the same time, they have A.J. Brown making $32. Then we have a right tackle making $16.5. They have a right tackle making $25 million, bruh. The Eagles are paying for what they're getting. They're paying for what they're getting. The Cowboys, we're not paying for what we're getting. So anything that you get more than what we get, shut up and don't even, bro, appreciate what the hell you're getting because you're not even paying for it, bruh. You're not paying to have no good offense, bruh. You have 3 people on your team, bruh. 3. Everybody else is making $5 million, $4 million, $5 million, $4 million, $5 million.
Yeah,
Third highest player on your team is Trevon Diggs making 19. Behind him, Osa Odigizora making 20. Donovan Wilson behind him. Bruh, come on now. Now you're paying to have a good defense. Keith Murray's making 7. Oh my God.
I'll say this, man, and
Keith Murray's gonna be your starting middle linebacker. $7.5 million. Yes, he's for sure starting.
so speaking of Keith Murray, Land, what you feeling, Keith Murray or Jack Sanborn?
I gotta see how them boys work.
Murray's gonna get it, bro. At the amount of money he's making, he's gonna get it.
I'm not too crazy about either one on right now, so I gotta look at them boys a little more.
So we're moving on to the coordinators, right? We're gonna move on to the coordinators because we took some time on Dak. So let's go ahead and talk about the coordinators.
Hey, can we touch on what I just talked about? Because they eating that up in the comment box. My boy JB says, "Ain't no way you can't make the cap work, but everyone else can." Why? What is up with that? What's up with the Cowboys and the cap, man? This infatuation of we can't spend, bro. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: the Eagles, they got money on the defense too. They got a safety making, bro. They got a safety making. Let me show you. They got a safety making. Gonna make $10 million this year. Jalen Carter gonna make 6.
Steven Thompson up there looking at them like, yeah, they winning now. They happy now when they gonna cry later.
Bro,
He keeps saying that stupid stuff.
Hold on, man. Let me finish. He looking at them because I know he said that before. You know what I'm saying? He looking at them like, okay, they can celebrate now. They doing it big now, but in a few years down the line, them Roosters gonna come home. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna see how they handle it, but I don't think that's legitimate enough because the cap is constantly growing. You constantly losing people. You can constantly re-sign people. You can constantly restructure people. You get more money when you really sign these people. Like Michael, you'll get money from that. Like it ain't about you signing people that's making you lose money. What's making us mess up is we not signing people. Like go ahead and sign Michael Parsons, and a lot of this stuff will be easy work. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, we feel like we don't have to do all that stuff. Like the Eagles set their team up to where a lot of these contracts is like on the back end, and they gonna have to pay the piper. They are, but it's separate. Like they might have to pay the piper with Jalen Hurts like in 2029 or something. Then they might have to pay the piper with AJ Brown like 2028, 2027. It's like different years. They set it up to where the contract gonna be the hardest to deal with in this time. Then they got Jalen Hurts on this time. Like it's all on different timelines. So it all could be done. That's my point. It all could be done.
Dallas Cowboys have over $30 million in cap space right now.
32.1 to be exact.
You can clear another 15 by extending Michael Parsons.
32.1.
There's nothing to talk about. The Dallas Cowboys just don't want to spend money. It's not their philosophy.
You know who has the second most cap space right now in the NFL?
Who?
The Philadelphia Eagles with 30.7. How do you spend all that money and still have $30 million available? Want to know why? Because you can pay. You can finesse anything.
Cap low. They cap low. They current cap is low, and they paying over the length of time.
Yeah, and they also got a lot of these contracts have the voided years in there, so they can push the money even further down. 4-year deal with 2 dummy years attached. They spreading the money over 6 years. So and they're paying early. Like these guys are signing extensions. A lot of these guys are still on their rookie deals, signing the extension, and the money ain't even kicked in yet.
Facts.
That's smart.
And it's smart team building. So that's why they have had the success that they've had, and that's why we're in the position that we're in. There used to be a meme floating around with all of the Dallas Cowboys roster moves while Dak Prescott was on his rookie deal, and it looked like some utter bullshit. We ain't signed nobody of note the entire time that Dak Prescott was making he was making $500,000 a year as a quarterback in the National Football League, and the Dallas Cowboys did jack shit to improve that roster around him. And folks be saying, "Oh man, you still paying for Tony Romo?" Tony Romo cap hit was only like $16 million. You were paying for 2 quarterbacks for like $16 million. That was still super cheap money.
Facts.
Still super cheap money. So and Tony Romo stuff rolled off in after like 2 years. So like you could have went and spent big in 2018. You could have went and spent big in 2019. You
And
did
that's
not
why
choose to do so.
that's the reason why we didn't win. And we're gonna get back to the Eberflus topic, and I'm gonna just say this, and that'll be it. When it comes to us making moves at the right time, like, bro, do anybody in this chat box, do y'all think Philly win this Super Bowl without Saquon?
No.
Hell no.
That was one signing at the right time. Well, I remember landlord said, hell yeah, I signed Saquon Barkley. People laughed, but all that takes is for you to be proactive instead of reactive, just like we finna be now, being reactive, because we finna see that this running back room probably not the best, and now we got to react and try to find somebody better. So it's like, it's making the right moves at the right time, bro. Because like I told him, we going to be honest the way we assess this. It was a bunch of times, bro, we heard Philly did a move and we like, damn. Like, we just got to be real, bro. Like, no lie. Just take the rivalry aside. Just evaluate them as a football team. It was plenty of times I heard Eagles did something. I'm like, damn, that sound good. I can't even hate like, damn, they did what?
Even, and even when they didn't work out, you're like, damn, I would still have did that.
I would have did the same thing. Like, yeah, like you hear them taking aggressive moves, and that stuff end up paying dividends. Like Saquon, bro. What Saquon would have did for us? You know what? Dak might have not even been hurt.
Yeah.
Dak might have not even been hurt last year if you would have signed Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, and also what the Eagles also do is
like that can have you messed up, man. We gotta, not only are we scared on paying these people, but I feel like we don't know when to strike, when the iron is hot. We gotta be able to make those moves at the right time.
Yeah, and also you got to pay current guys with current success. Like the Eagles also, Saquon Barkley, you know, we took a, you know, they took a chance on a stock that had a better chance of being successful. You know what I'm saying? Like we take the chances that we do take are like, they're like low yield chances. So the success is just very, you know, even like the running backs we have right now, right? Like, you know, what type of success are you really expecting? Like, you guys are here saying like, oh man, you know, he could rush for 1,000 yards. I'm like, bro, that's basic ass stuff. Like, if you would have signed to Saquon Barkley, you're not saying, oh, if he gets 1,000 yards, saying, man, that dude gets like 1,500 to 1,600 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we should have been licking our chops with a talent like that on the free market. All you got to do is sign them.
And you didn't even have to just get Saquon.
And you needed a running back.
You could have. They were one of the better running back free agent classes in a long time. Aaron Jones was available. Josh Jacobs from Alabama, your boy, former rushing leader, was available. Derrick Henry, who is friends with Dak Prescott. They got the same agent. They be all around Dallas doing press runs and all kinds of shit together, right? Didn't I even pick up the phone and call the man? So the Dallas Cowboys, man, they don't value free agency enough. They make these low risk, low budget moves, right? They believe in the draft. They like have a whole bunch of guys on rookie deals and low hitting contracts. They gonna sign a glue guy here and there, and that's it. They don't really believe in making the aggressive moves and going over the top. Cause think about this, y'all. 2016, we took the league by storm. Number one seed in the NFC, right? Got into a dogfight with Aaron Rodgers, lost on a last-second kick. What did they do to make that team better the following year in 2017?
Ran it back.
Didn't do shit. You probably got worse because I think Mo Claiborne was gone. You didn't even pay Mo Claiborne.
That's crazy when you think about it, man. When your team get close, that's why we've been so adamant about certain things, man. When you got a 12-5 team, you supposed to be like, okay, this gonna get us over the top. Do y'all feel like the Joneses was doing that? No. Like, you sitting up here evaluating your team year in and year out, and you like, we at 12-5. What can we do? This is supposed to be your mindset. What can we do to get this 12-5 team over the hump to us so we can have some actual playoff success? That's how your mind should be working. But in Dallas, it's not. It's like, oh, we're going to put more pressure on them because we paid them. Like, y'all not upgrading the team. So that's a problem. And I got a good change up for that same type of topic. Okay, Y'all know last year was terrible. What was our record? 6 and something?
7-10.
7-10 last year was our record. Do y'all think this team, the way it's currently constructed, is closer to that 7-10 team or closer to that 12-5 team the year before? Which one are we closest to?
Closer to 7-10.
I mean, this
Think so?
the thing is, if Dak Prescott is playing, you're better. So, a lot of last year doesn't happen if Dak Prescott is able to give you 17 games. So and I'm gonna be honest.
Feel like they closer to the 12-5 team.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think the 7-10 team was so bad. You just didn't have a starting quarterback. Like, I would like to see the records of teams that lose their starting quarterback and how they finish.
Everybody on the rewatch, y'all put y'all answers in the chat too. And I need the class participation. I want to see what y'all think. Are we closer to the 7-10 team or the 12-5 team right now?
Because 7-10 without your quarterback, man, that's pretty.
You did all right.
Exactly.
You won a game or two. You had no business winning. You had no business winning. You had no business winning the game against the Commanders. Them boys were sorry as hell. That's how I knew that they were a little fraudulent. They were a little fraudulent, like a mug. But you're gonna have to be better defensively. That's why I kept talking about Matt Eberflus, man. You were one of the worst defenses in the league. You gave up the yards per game. You had the fifth most allowed. Points per game, second most allowed. You gave up the second most touchdowns in the league. Third highest rushing yards per play allowed. Fifth highest passing yards per play allowed. Fourth highest rushing yards per game allowed. And your passing defense was okay because they didn't have to pass on you. They just hand the ball off. They get 50 fucking yards. So they didn't have to pass on you. That's why the passing yards are sort of down. So really, when we talk about success moving forward, if you can't stop nobody, like think about the Bengals. The Bengals had a high power offense. Joe Burrow threw for over 40 touchdowns, only had like 5-6 interceptions, dog, and they missed the playoffs because their defense was so bad. Like, our defense was on par with the Bengals defense last year. So my question to y'all, and when we talk about moving forward and if we're close and
did anybody answer that question? I say we closer to 12-5.
I said we're closer to the 7-10.
What you say, Wes?
I would say honestly, I think I would have to land 12-5.
I say close to 7-10 because, dog, when you were healthy, the Saints game happened. The Saints game happened while you were fully healthy. The Baltimore Ravens game happened when you were fully healthy.
Yeah.
I understand there are things that change. And listen, we talk about coach. This is his first year installing this system. This is gonna be the first time that Brian Schottenheimer was calling plays for the Dallas Cowboys, and they're gonna be the first time that Matt Eberflus is calling defense for the Dallas Cowboys. So you got two new systems basically. So I don't know, man. Like I get what y'all saying. Sure, you can say it's close to the 12-5, but what moves have we made? Because we're basically running the defense back outside of draft picks. What moves have we made to where we won't be one of the worst defenses in the National Football League?
Pickens.
I said one of the worst defenses.
And I said Pickens.
Shit, you just think you're gonna keep us off the field?
No, I feel like this a combination of third downs being able to continue to go on. Instead of I think our third down conversion will be a lot higher with Pickens. Why? Because he can make difficult catches. CeeDee Lamb tends to get double teamed. That means we were going to a lesser person. I also think with the addition of Pickens, that the tight end role is going to be diminished. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping the tight end role is diminished, right? So if it's being diminished, that means we're just converting on bigger plays. Like 2006, one of the reasons why the Cowboys were so good in 2006 is because we were also the number one team in third down conversion. Now, the reason we were so high in third down conversion is we were also the lowest team in third down attempts. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys was first down, second down, 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 all the way down the field. That's what we did in 2016. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I do believe that, this offense, if it is better, but you're going to have to run the freaking football because you're not going to think you're going to throw the ball 40 times to be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I believe. That's the only way the Cowboys can look at this. And that's what Jerry Jones has always believed, that the best defense is a good offense.
He's on record for saying that. Real quick, Jay NY Blue hit somebody with a 9.99 for their mind.
Appreciate you, bro.
He said
Appreciate
they've
you.
been making money for years. Pay Mike and now get us a running back and a one tech. Cause Wes, normally I would agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got to run the damn ball hat on right now. I just don't know if I want to give these niggas the ball.
Hey, I'm with you. That's why I say I don't think the Cowboys starting running back is on this team right now.
Shit, well he might be in the draft because they ain't moving like they trying to do nothing different than what they got.
That's sad. Because I feel like this is another moment where we really close and they need to strike, but they notorious of not doing nothing in this situation. So we going to be good as hell, and then we be like, man, if we just would have had, man, if we, I don't want to do that no more this year. Let's go in fully suited up, fully strapped up with all the stuff that we need to be a real successful team in the playoffs. Screw playing around with all of this, you know what I'm saying? All the name calling and the finger pointing. We can get down to it and actually invest in this team to make it a legitimate team. Like this year, I want nothing but certain like things that I can actually pack up and take to the playoffs with me. You know what I'm saying? My defense. I want stuff that I can pack up and take to Philly if I have to. Take to LA if I have to, like Detroit if I have to. I need tangible things like stopping people in the red zone for once, getting off the field on third down for once, like actually stopping people, bro, getting 3 and outs. Like, let's see if we can pull something like that and not just live off turnovers like we've been doing like the last 3-4 years.
All right, so question: you talk about stuff that travels, like playing in Philly. Philly played a game in a snowstorm in the postseason. You remember that, right? When they played the Rams. All right, what the hell we doing in the snowstorm?
We screwed.
Oh, that's my point.
We're gonna have to hand it to one of these Rudy Poop. Shout out to the Rock. One of these Rudy Poop.
You know, one thing, Dak elevates tight end, so your tight end just gonna have a crazy game too, though.
In the snowstorm, we can't even see the ball.
He gonna throw the ball. He gonna throw the ball, but I'm just saying.
Dak don't give a damn about throwing. He'll throw in the triple coverage. Dak don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Dak like that now. He need to have that. I want y'all to know this. It might get us in trouble a little bit. This might be out of substitute, but it might get us in trouble a little bit. Yeah, it might get us in trouble a little bit, but we need Dak to have that attitude. Like, he gonna throw a couple interceptions like that, but bro, I'm telling you, the best way you can use Pickens like that, you're gonna have to throw it up to him sometime. And he gonna come down with it more times than not. So Dak gonna have to be a little more risky sometimes, I feel like. And it's gonna pay dividends though. It is. He just gonna have to be willing to trust him like that. That's when you're gonna see the best of Dak and Pickens together.
I've seen Dak Prescott make some hella aggressive throws. Like, and listen, in my mind, sometimes when I go back, like, why the fuck he throw that? It works out.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I be like, why the fuck this nigga?
It might not be complete because of the lack of receivers we had. I done seen him throw some cold passes and was like, man, he actually got it though. But it might not be a catch though. You know what I'm saying?
He done threw some strikes. Like, I know we try and put the game out of our mind from the Green Bay game, but he had hit Dalton. He had hit Jake Ferguson over the middle on the seam ball. There were like 3 guys around him, like in that Green Bay game. He got the ball over the linebacker that tried to elevate the throw, and he hit Jake right in the hand before he could get contacted by the other safety. Like, it was a crazy ass throw. But like, if you just pause that thing while the ball in the air, you just feel like this is a pick six. Like, if you just freeze frame, it looks crazy. But it was a perfect pass. So that's why I sort of feel like the Dak Prescott and Joey Pickett stuff can work. He tries a lot of aggressive throws down the field. Like, think about the ball he threw up against Pittsburgh that got picked off. Had no business throwing it. He just like, man, Jalen Tolbert down there.
if he used Pickens kind of like he used Tolbert, because he'll throw it up to Tolbert, believe it or not.
He used to do the same thing with Michael Gallup.
He scramble and find Tolbert. It's crazy. I don't know why. I wish it was somebody else better that he was finding, but Tolbert beat up. That's why, like, believe it or not, Tolbert gonna cook a little bit too. If he start, he gonna cook a little bit. Watch what I tell you. Cause him and Dak still got that chemistry like that. They still like that. And in them situations, if Dak got a scramble or extend the play a little bit, Toba usually be the one he find more times than not.
Yeah. But I think he'll be fine in the offense. I have a lot of questions, man, about what the hell we gonna do, and nothing they done outside of like the Pickens trade. Like you take the Pickens trade away, and you just look at the moves they made in free agency. Because draft pick is a gamble anyway. You're picking up a kid they never played in the NFL. So my expectations for rookies are, are different. I don't really have these high expectations for young players like that.
Even for Booker right now.
Offensive line he a guard, dog. He'll play fine, but he a guard.
I'm looking for him to be dope as hell. Anything less than that, I'm upset.
Yeah, he a guard, though. Like, I'm sure he'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we were bad at guard last year anyway. So having Booker, doesn't really quell any of the questions I had, because we were getting killed by our tackles. Our left tackle or our right tackle were giving up ass.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? So,
they was willing.
Yeah, they told Diddy yes.
And Terrence Steele is making a ton of money.
Boy.
God damn.
I almost told that nigga we cousins.
I didn't even know he was making it like that. They got $86 million.
He got
Leslie Wilson was missing some of them catches too. Biblically,
man, I'm gonna tell you, when you look at the Cowboys salary though,
a couple of key moments like that. The last drive at San Francisco. Like, how you don't catch that, Sid?
He tripped over his own feet. You remember that shit though, Wes?
Which play?
When Cedric Wilson tripped over his feet on 4th down and couldn't catch the ball from Dak Prescott.
And that ball was catchable too.
Dak was running for his life and put that motherfucker up.
And put it there. And he tripped up and couldn't catch it.
Yeah. It's sad. Wes, what you were finna say something, Lo? What were you finna say?
I don't remember.
We old, so we be trying to spin the block quickly. Because I don't. He said, nice hats. They like your hat.
I mean,
I'd appreciate it.
I know what I was gonna say. When you look at the word of God says, where a man's heart is, where his where treasure is. So it's like, bro, if you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, their money and what they spend on their players, and then when you go look at the Dallas Cowboys and what they spend on their players, you see why one team is getting is as, and you can say what they want to say, but Philadelphia Eagles is having they're being consistent success. You're not going to win the Super Bowl. That's why back-to-back Super Bowl champions is such a big feat in the NFL, because it doesn't happen. It's not the NBA where you can win multiple championships in a row like that. It's just different. So much stuff happens in our NFL offseason. So, for them to have the consistent success, like look at their spending. And then the one thing that they also do is when they find a diamond in the rough or they find a guy, they don't like bruh, if Pickens would have got traded to the Eagles, he would have been signed. I promise you he would have. I promise you he would. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why would you want to sign him after he goes out there and performs? That makes no sense. You want to try to sign him now off of what he showed you in Pittsburgh.
This giving me weird vibes too. Okay, at least Jerry, we know Jerry always want to see something. He always want to see something before he pay. So, hey man, if Pickens come out here and hoop for the first 5 games, man, sign that, man. If you trying to keep him on your team, just sign him, bro. Real talk, because he ain't going to do nothing but go crazy this year with a good quarterback, and then you're going to be like, whoa, that's too much money. Like, you're going to lose him if you wait, I feel like. So, I think we need to just go on here and handle that, man.
Yeah, and it don't need to be no politics.
Probably need to be campaigning for him, Michael first, then him. Like, he need to get paid.
And don't put no politics in Dak's brain or in his aura, too, where it makes him think like he has to throw it to this one or he has to do. No, man, because that's not Dak's game either. You know what I'm saying? You can tell when the Cowboys go out there and they literally want to force feed one guy.
Oh, they said Pickens said he want to wait. So if Pickens said that, he already looking at this.
I know he said he want to wait, but this is also a thing. If I'm a team that's trading for him, I don't trade for him if he don't want to wait. Then you can wait as a Pittsburgh Steeler. Hell, you mean? Fool?
And it's a thing they call
we would have had that before.
It's a Godfather offer to
Dallas. You would listen before Pickens got on the plane to come to Dallas. He would have had that conversation. Yeah, you can wait in Philadelphia. You can work in Pittsburgh, but if you come to Dallas, we were going to be signing an extension.
It's a Godfather offer too, and that's the offer that you just can't refuse. You can make one of those to him right now. I guarantee you he'll sign it.
I guarantee you will too.
Yeah. There's such a thing as enough money. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna put my body on the line with no real guarantee on a 1 year deal and just test the open. Hey, man, how about $29 million? We gonna give you one of the biggest signing bonuses ever. Okay, yeah, man, I'm a Cowboy for life.
All right, let's do
I
it.
was tripping.
Yeah, I was just talking crazy. Don't worry about it. Don't even pay that no mind. We good. We over that already.
I was just bullshitting,
Yeah,
and you know
yeah.
this, man.
Yeah, it ain't even that deep.
At that point, you would basically be like if you gave Pickens $29 million, he would take it because that would put him at one of the higher paid receivers in the football. And on top of that, there's no way you're turning that down, bro, because you would basically be holding out to get like 34. So you're gonna play on a 1 year deal to get $4 million more. You can get that in incentives.
Let's do an exercise before we leave because it's already over an hour. I wanna see what y'all do. That we gonna make an example of a Godfather offer. Now listen, this finna be difficult because we don't want to sell. All right, but if 31 teams is calling your phone saying they have XYZ for Michael Parsons right now, what type of conversation would you have to have? What a Godfather offer for that?
3
first-round picks?
3 first-round picks. That nigga, you know who Michael Parsons is?
And
I might want. I want some crazy stuff like Godfather offer. Like, you said what? I say less.
Send your son too.
And I'm gonna tell you this right here: the 3 first-round picks are all contingent on what team you send them to. Like, because I would only trade him to the Jaguars. I would only trade.
I know that first round pick
reason why
fine.
listen to me, the reason why you have to trade him to someone is because what if you trade him to the Chiefs and these motherfuckers go to the Super Bowl? Now you basically just traded Michael Parsons away for the 32nd pick in the first round. That is not worth it.
3 second-round picks basically.
True. Yeah, so you gotta literally trade him to a team that you do not believe is gonna be good over the next. And think about this: you gotta trade him to a team that you believe, even though he's on that team, they don't get better.
They still ain't that good.
Exactly, because if you trade him to a team that ends up being good, now all your draft picks are burned.
Send him to the Jets. It gotta be the Jets.
For me not to even think about it.
2 teams like the Jets.
For me not to even think about it, it gotta be 4. I'm sorry. I'm talking about not even think about it myself. Like not even 4 first.
The Jets are not gonna be good in the next 4 years.
4 first. Well, let's go. I'm done.
I don't know. That's probably the only thing. The Cleveland Browns and the Cleveland Browns probably.
They gonna be too good.
Bro,
they made the playoffs already. They made the playoffs 1 year with Joe Flacco.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, they gonna be too good. Hell no.
Oh, no.
Hey, some stuff just ain't for sale though, right? Because
it
it ain't no Godfather offer for Pat Mahomes right now.
Boy, what?
It ain't now.
There's not one.
It's not one.
Yeah, it's not.
6 first-round picks. Like, what can you do? They still gonna say no.
Man, you have to go to the crossroads and meet a demon or something.
You gotta find the cure for cancer, every disease, all that. Ain't no way you gonna get Pat. It ain't no Godfather for him.
Shit, Panthers might fuck around and be good this year. You send Michael over there. We said a team that won't get better. Like
we gonna see. I don't think the Panthers are a good organization, but I think they got some things going over there.
I mean, they got a first-round pick quarterback that's going in his 3rd year, so technically he should be better.
And he got wide receivers.
He got some wide receivers now.
Tight ends, running backs.
He drafted Ted.
They drafted Ted. They got Adam Thielen still. They got the Jimmy Horn from Colorado.
And Leggett.
Yeah, they got Xavier Leggett, a first-round pick as well. They got Coker. Neither one had that 70-yard touchdown against us.
Yeah.
So,
then look, we can say they sorry, which they was pretty sorry, but they played the Eagles to the wire.
And they got Rico.
That's why this is any given Sunday.
And then they got Rico.
You watch that game.
Carolina sound like a better team.
If you watch that game, you wouldn't say that team was outclassed. You would say they lost by their own decisions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Leggett dropped a wide open touchdown, bro. And I'm talking about Bryce put it on the money. And this the Super Bowl champs who basically smacked everybody else around. We look at the Panthers like the worst team in football, and they was right there with the Eagles. So that's a prime example for you to look at and be like, bro, this any given Sunday, don't play with nobody. Don't get too comfortable. Don't get too confident because you will be humbled in the NFL.
They said Leggett can't catch. Leggett's best catch was Glorilla.
A lot of drops this year. Leggett had a lot of drops.
He had a couple drops. He had some drops.
That was a critical. You can't drop that one.
Dude,
I don't care if that was
game.
your only drop. I don't care if that was your only drop, bro. Listen, Wes, I don't know if you saw that game, but it was like in the clutch. Fourth quarter, I'm talking about this was if they was going to win this game, this was their best shot. Wide open touchdown pass, and he dropped that mug. That saved the whole game for the Eagles. The whole game.
And listen, the Eagles might not win the Super Bowl because there's no guarantee they get the 1 seed with an extra loss or so.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so who knows, dog? Who knows? He said he dropped a couple touchdowns though out there. Shit. Yeah, but listen.
Can't be dropping touchdowns. You can drop a normal pass. Don't drop no touchdowns, my boy.
Nah, you can't drop the ball on third down either. Yeah. Look how that changed the Packers game for us when CeeDee Lamb dropped it on third down.
I'm talking about that
third down touchdowns.
A touchdown though? Shit, what? People gonna have your names on signs and shit about dropping touchdowns.
Shit. They be outside your mama house.
They gonna march on your ass dropping some touchdowns now. We don't play that.
Yeah,
but yeah, man. Y'all got something else y'all want to do before we wrap it up?
Shit, I'm with whatever. Wes, you got anything you want to add, cuz?
No, I just know when it comes to Dak, the folks who love him is always gonna love him, and you ain't gonna be able to change nothing. You ain't gonna be able to say nothing or show them nothing up. And the people that don't like him is just the same thing. They ain't not gonna like him, and there ain't nothing you gonna be able to say or show them to make that change. So it is what it is.
It's been that, man. We already know. Listen, who are we to change the heart of man? We're just here to get this money and support our families, man. Right. I can't make them little Dak Prescott. I can't make them stop bumming folks across the water. I can't make Jerry Jones spin on free agents. But, I can come on this show and give niggas good content. And that's what I believe I did. This is that hour and 17 with my people right here, man.
Absolutely.
So, always fun. Always a good show. We get together, man. We're going to do it again real soon. Probably Wednesday. I think I'm going to chill tomorrow. Do this shit again Wednesday. Before we spin back. We still on vacation with Boss Land, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this shit, we gonna be Gucci. All right, then. So yeah, we probably spin back Wednesday. Cowboys UnCut again Wednesday. Unless something crazy happens, the Dallas Cowboys trade for James Cook or some shit by tomorrow, I'm gonna be back on this motherfucker. But God bless America. God bless the Cowboys. Wes, what you be saying on the way out, man?
Never look down because the stars up.